Hello everyone and welcome. I hope you enjoyed our previous demos on Azure OpenAI applications. Today we're going to show you how Azure can be used to search for answers within very large files. Think about all the long device manuals, HR guidelines, contracts, policy documents and such. Wouldn't it be wonderful if you could just ask a question in natural language and in few seconds get a substantiated answer? If you find those scenarios relevant, bear with us for another 4 minutes to see some cool demos.
Here you see our demo app. In the background we use our Unit8 accelerator for LLMs, which enables many different use cases with pre-built but customizable and extensible functionalities deployed in a highly secure Azure environment. In our demo you can drop the file as a user or have it uploaded and indexed in an ETL pipeline into Cognitive Search. After a few minutes, when everything is indexed, you can ask your desired questions. Let's start the first example with something we encounter in our own lives. Your car is broken and you do not know where in the long 1000 pages car manual to look for the answer. Since I own a Prius at home, here I have uploaded in advance the user manual of this car, so let's start with a question. So I'm asking my Prius does not start, is there an emergency mode? In the background, Cognitive Search is finding semantic matches to my question. The documents in the background are chunks of the uploaded PDF. Chunks have overlaps. Each chunk includes the extracted text, but also the content from tables with some heuristics and transformations, and some other useful metadata. After the relevant documents are found, Azure OpenAI with extensive prompts is used to give us a substantiated response, as you see below. You can additionally validate the response by looking at the relevant PDF pages. Let's look at the first reference which is used in the response. As we can see, there is an explanation on how to use the emergency function, which is very relevant to the question I have asked. Now let's try another example in the financial domain. Here in the background we have uploaded the annual reports of the large Swiss companies. Let's ask a detailed and difficult question about the financial status of a large Swiss bank, for example, Credit Suisse. Here we are asking the question, what was the status of assets under the management of Credit Suisse in 2022? How does it compare to 2021? Again, in the background, from a semantic perspective, we are finding the chunks relevant and using Azure OpenAI to summarize that. As you can see, again, we have a substantiated response. What's interesting is also that here, the second reference is the most informative one. So ranking results are not necessarily very precise. Nevertheless, Azure OpenAI with proper prompt engineering is creating a very relevant answer. Here is the second reference that we are trying to extract the answers from. And as we can see, both from the title and the content of the table, we got the answers relevant. For our last example, let's ask a question which needs more than one source to compile an answer. Let's reuse the annual reports that we already have indexed and ask a question. So here we have the question, how are Roche and Nestlé planning to decrease their greenhouse gas emissions? Again, in the background, we are finding the relevant chunks, which can be coming from different sources, in this case, hopefully from Roche and Nestlé documents, and trying to make a summary answer for the user to see. As you can see, this is the case. We have some of the sources coming from Nestlé and some of them from Roche annual reports. And we have the mention that both of the companies are trying to reduce the emissions. There are different target dates and different percentages of reduction. So let's fact check the first answer, which is saying 50% reduction by 2030. So, yep, it seems we have this piece of information here that says 20% reduction in 2025 and 50% reduction in 2030 versus 2018 baseline. And it seems this is the answer we are getting here. So all correct and not hallucinated.
Well, that's it. We hope you enjoyed the demo. Finding information in large documents can help company employees save significant amount of time in their daily tasks and processes and create substantiated answers quickly when needed. Thank you very much for watching and stay tuned for our next upcoming demos.